What's up? What it do? How you doing? I am back with another video. Today, EandE family, I'm showing you how to make a butter cake and whipped cream to accompany. Don't go nowhere. So this cake is going to start almost like a pound cake. We're going to add 3 sticks of room temperature softened butter. In a pound cake, you normally use 4, at least I do. That's what makes your pound cakes good. This is the butter. So this is going to start with 3 sticks. To our 3 sticks of butter, we're going to add 2 to 2.5 cups of granulated sugar. So we're going to get our paddle down in our mixer, and we're going to let this cream for about 10 minutes. We want the butter and the sugar to be very light, airy, and fluffy. So that has been creaming together for about 10 minutes. And you'll want to scrape down the sides of your bowl so that we don't miss any of that good butter and sugar. So next, we're going to add 4 room temperature eggs. And as always, EandE family, if you don't feel comfortable cracking your eggs over the bowl, crack them in a separate bowl so that you can look for any shells or imperfections. So that's 4 room temperature eggs. To our 4 eggs, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So we're going to get our bowl back down in our mixer, and we're going to get our eggs and vanilla combined for about 2 minutes. We just wanted to make sure that everything is well combined with our butter and our sugar. So next we're going to add our dry ingredients. And as always, EandE fam, you most definitely can use all-purpose flour for this. Y'all know how I feel about my cake flour. Cake flour makes your cakes that much more yummy and delicious. So we're going to add 2.5 cups of cake flour. And we're going to get all of our dry ingredients, sifted together, add it to our sifter, and then we'll sift them together. So we're starting with the 2.5 cups of flour or cake flour. Next, we're going to add a teaspoon of baking powder. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of salt. And we're going to add a ½ teaspoon of baking soda. So we're going to get all of our dry ingredients sifted down into our wet. So I have my bowl back on our mixer, and the only thing we have left to add is our buttermilk. This is 1 to 1.5 cups of room temperature buttermilk, and I'm going to add that in gradually as the mixer mixes. So let's go. So I'm putting this in my bundt pan, guys. I have my bundt pan all oiled with my Baker's Joy. It's oil and flour in the can. Makes it easier for you. You could put this in a loaf pan as well. But I'm just choosing to put it in my bundt pan. And the only thing left to do, y'all, is add our batter to the pan. So as we do with all of our cakes, give her a shimmy and a shake. And tap her lightly. And that's what your unbaked butter cake should look like. So we're going to put her in a 325-degree oven, and she's going to cook until a toothpick in the center or down in your cake comes clean. Next, we're going to make the whipped cream and the butter glaze that goes with this cake. You don't want to miss this. Y'all don't go nowhere. So next we're going to get started on our butter glaze for this cake. And this is going to start with 1 stick of butter. My stick is room temperature, but it doesn't have to be room temperature since you're putting it in the pot to melt. So we're going to get that melted, and then we're going to add a few other ingredients to it. So next to our butter, we're going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of water, and we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to let this cook for about 3 minutes. We want to make sure that the sugar is completely melted and combined with our vanilla and our butter. So when this is done, you're going to poke holes in your cake. You can take a toothpick, poke holes in your cake, and you're going to drizzle this all over your cake while it's still warm. So we have our glaze that's cooking. Next, we're going to make the whipped cream that's going to accompany this butter cake with the butter glaze. Don't go nowhere. So next we're going to make the whipped cream that's going to accompany our butter cake. And of course we're going to start with some heavy whipping cream. You could do anywhere from a half a cup to a cup. It just depends on how much whipping cream you will need and how much whipping cream that you want. So I'm going to pour about a half a cup to a cup of whipping cream. And then we're going to add our powdered sugar. And as always, EandE fam, the amount of powdered sugar you want in your whipping cream depends on the amount of sweetness you like. So you could do anywhere from a half a cup, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cups. It just depends on your sweetness level. I'm going to do about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of powdered sugar. And then what I'll do is I'll give it a taste test to see if I need to add any more powdered sugar to it. So I'm using my whisk attachment for this. Anytime you're using heavy whipping cream and you're making whipped cream, you'll want to use your whisk attachment. So let's get our whisk down in our bowl, and we're going to get this started on the whipping. But first I gotta plug up my mixture. I keep doing that, don't I? Almost every video I do it. Okay. Now we can begin the mixing on our whipping cream. Let's go. So, let's give her a taste. It doesn't have the stiff peaks that I want it to have yet. I'm going to add just a little more powdered sugar. Just a little, not a lot. And then get our whisk back down in here and let it whisk for another couple minutes. So our whipped cream is done. I'm just transferring it to a different bowl. So our cake is done. Our butter glaze is complete and on our cake. Our whipped cream is now complete. Y'all been here before. You already know what's going to happen. When we come back, we're going to get a taste of this butter cake with the butter glaze, and our whipped cream to accompany. You don't want to miss this. Y'all don't go nowhere. Look at her. She's so pretty. Looks like a pound cake. Not sure if it tastes like a pound cake because it's a butter cake. Very similar ingredients, but let's get a taste of this butter cake. It doesn't taste like a pound cake like I thought it would. Very buttery. Very moist. It should be moist with all the butter we used. 3 sticks in the cake. A stick for our glaze. Very good. I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Let's get a little whipped cream with it. Very good. Your family's gonna love this. Simple to make. Give them something different. This is so good. can have this with in the morning cup of coffee or tea. That would be delicious. So, try this out with your family or friends. They are going to absolutely love this butter cake. As I always tell you, EandE families, I promise you will not be disappointed. And that's it for today, EandE family. Like, share, comment on this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification so that you can be notified when a new video is uploaded. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. The links are in the description box below. And as always, EandE family, don't forget to live a little and love a lot. Y'all be easy. Peace. Try this out. Your family's gonna love this. You know I don't steer you wrong. Bye, y'all.